Well, after a lovely positive comments video last month, this month we're back with the ridiculous, the rude and the downright deluded. Yes, it's comments time, and this month we are doing more than ever before. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Comments. I am your host Simon Dan, thank you very much for joining me. Yes, today we once again place our burger of opinion into the soft white bap that is the Simon Dan comments section, squirting all over it the burger sauce of offence in the process. And we kick off with Scott Miller. What a total bellend this Simon Dan is, wearing the now laughable Space Agency t-shirt like a good little paid shill boy, pathetic little man. Thanks for that, Scott. I do indeed do all that I am told. Makes for a much simpler life. Next up is Timothy Olofsson. What have you got to say, buddy? You're a psyop fool who knows every single picture of the Earth were completely different and obviously CGI. What a bitch you are. Lol, SMH coward. Hope the views were worth humanity, especially your family's future freedoms. Foolish man. I do know that every single picture of Earth is different, of course, but they're not all CGI. As for the coward thing, not really sure where that's come from. Right, up next is Mr. B 124. What words of wisdom do they have? This pussy hole is saltier than his man's crotch. The salinity of my crotch is none of your concern, Mr. B. Besides, I think yours might need a little bit of attention. DEA528 is up next. What say you, sir? I'm not subscribed to you, and I'm really tired of your face and your pussy accent to the point you need a kick in the dick. You don't really have to watch, you know. And in terms of my pussy accent, it might not be worth offending millions with one ill-placed comment. Sort yourself out. Right. Who do we have next? Brandon Mackenzie. What have you got to say? You sound like you got a cock in your mouth all video. Another turd showing CGI as if it were real. Not one of your globetards can explain why the daytime moon is translucent, or why the moon is not full in the daytime when the sun is directly across from it in the sky, or why they appear the same exact size. Always in denial, even though NASA, on nasa.gov, says all pictures of space are CIG, and that we don't have the technology to go back to the moon. Get a brain. I think you might want to reconsider the get a brain comment, and I'll tell you why. For one, the moon isn't translucent. Please learn why the sky is blue. Also, why would you see a true full moon during the day? Take a look at this diagram and show me how it's possible. Brandon, get a brain. Right, next up we've got Jay Haddon. What have you got to say, good sir? I bet you suck off your representatives too. Well, if you're talking about my political representatives, then mine's a woman. Plus I'm married too, so... And just to really disappoint you, I don't actually find your comment offensive, Jay. In fact, I'm quite surprised how in only 8 words you've completely shown yourself up to be the sexist, misogynistic homophobe that you so blatantly are. Okay, who's next? Drummer Dummy. Away you go. Hey Simon Dan, here's a few scientific facts for you. Go fuck your mother. Well, how rude. You do realise that you offered me some facts and then told me to do something. The comment was poorly constructed and reeks of 14-year-old humour. Mighty for Sure is up next. Let's see what they have to say. I always hate seeing Simon Dan's video thumbnails on my second screen when I'm about to jerk off. It's quite a turn-off. No offence, Dan. Love your vids. Apologies, Mighty for Sure, and no offence taken. I'll be sure to make my thumbnails wank-friendly from now on. Right, next up we've got El Producti Numerano. Bloody hell, if his comment is as complicated as his name, we're in trouble. 91,000 retards watch this. Congratulations, Simon Dunn, and all you other dumb sheeps that believe whatever you're told. You know nothing of truth, Dan. You're a fluffer and a pillow biter. You look like George Michael on crack cocaine. I'm sorry, does my sexuality have anything to do with how right I am? No. Does looking like George Michael on crack cocaine have anything to do with how right I am? No. Is insulting me and my subscribers by calling us sheep because we believe everything we're told, whilst you simultaneously watch YouTube videos and believe everything you watch, rank hypocrisy? Yes. Yes, it is. Next up, Eddie Santos. Disinformation agent, I see your hand signs and numerical coding. I see through your lies. The earth does not move, period. Stars, planets and the sun are likely lights, but certainly not spinning planets floating in space. I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about. Next up is Roy Ayres. What do you have to say, good sir? Do you keep your man jar in your cry closet? No. Let's see if Tim Osman makes more sense. At side Cotmouth Man Dan, you wouldn't have enough strength to open a gate with your spaghetti arms. Okay, I've got small arms. So what? Next, your face is punchable. Intentful, I'm sure it is. And I'm also sure that your face is a picture. Right, Georgina Wyatt up next. Let's hear it, Georgina. Wow, guy, you need a good assessment from a psychologist, a psychiatrist, bring in a good priest and a shaman. So sorry, but you've just taken reasonable human behaviour and intelligence back by hundreds of years. Find something else better to do with your time because you are disassembled somehow and stewing in your own diseased, ill-fated rationale. You need help, fella. Wow, Georgiana, that's a scathing assessment, isn't it? I'm not really sure what to say to that. The quicker we move on, I think, the better. Perhaps Norse has something better than that. Dan has serious brain damage from sucking his pet dog's penis. Clearly not, and joke's on you because I don't have a dog. Buddy Fino up next. You're just a mong. Buddy. Buddy. If you're going to insult someone, then please use the proper yaw. Doesn't look good if you're insulting someone with a derogatory word that means intelligent. It kind of makes you look like a, well, you know. Eartha up next. Let's see what they have to say. You are a total fraud working for the Flat Earth Society and you are ugly to boot. Right, two things here. I know I'm no picture, for one, and number two, you've got no evidence for your accusations. Who do we have next? Gordon Hamilton. Away you go. Lol, your viewers can't read. Are you actually kidding me? Why do you think the morons watch you? They might lick the windows of the book club, but read an actual book? Really? You are as lunatic as them if you believe that. This is priceless. Gordon, insulting me is one thing, but single-handedly insulting hundreds of thousands of people is not a good idea. Let's see if Ed S. can be a little bit more respectful. Simon Dan is a paid NASA shill doing a fake European accent or whatever to sound smart. He also could be homosexual according to some accounts. A fake European accent? Right, okay. And what accounts are these? And even if it were true, so what? These flat earthers are really getting lazy with their insults. Gordon Hamilton is up again. Has he decided to repent? Dan, can I start a GoFundMe for you to buy you a personality? It will cost a fortune, but I think it will be worth it in the long run. Gordon, by all means, start the GoFundMe. My crappy personality and I will be forever grateful. Oh, and whilst you're at it, perhaps you can start a separate one for you where you can get an intellect, some decency, a dash of humility and a mage of sense of humour transplant. Cheers though. Okay, next up is the real cult. Away you go. Here's a roast for you, Dan. You look like a wasting away of a man. I don't know how much fluoride, aspartame, a sulfame K. You look like a smoker, man. Not weed, but like horrible baccy. I bet you're addicted to nicotine, alcohol, meats and sugars. You're the epiphany of what the elitists want. A wasting, dying back human. Generationally weakened by your system. I bet you're up to date with all your vaccines and shots too. Oh wait, now you got the big shill YouTuber money, you'll probably travel more. Good luck travelling safely with all the extra poisoning shots you're getting. Actually, Simon Dan, no wonder you don't see the truth and light of flat earth and vaccines and more. I can't believe you're actually still alive. I'll give you 5 years, mate. The real cult, I actually feel sorry for you. Living your life in constant fear? Get help, buddy. Okay, 2 to go, and next up, Jason Wallace. The only talent you have is making your hair and head look like it got squeezed out of a vagina again. Kudos for the most creative insult I've seen yet, Jason. I actually want to thank you because me and my wife had a good laugh about this one. You know, when you really laugh. It was much fun. Then we forgot about flat earthers and enjoyed the rest of our evening. Right, last comment comes from Beyond the Deception. Let's finish strongly. Hey, balls deep in your ass man Dan. Why so triggered? Lol. Is it because Dubé has more fans, money, room in his closets? Or is it because he is going against your ball-sucking agenda? I genuinely couldn't care about any of that. What I do care about, though, is how he spreads lies. That bothers me, and I'm triggered about it. But what really makes me feel better is this. You see, Flat Earth is dying. No one is searching for it anymore, and that makes me happy. Right, that brings another excellent comment episode to a close. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a like and subscribe will be thoroughly appreciated. I have been Simon Dan. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all on Friday for some more Mark Sargent clues busting. See you then.